Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the January 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Leo. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. Also, I did post the full year 2023 video, so check that out if you have not already as well, Leo. Also, if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so the last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for January. We're going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But again, column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have a summary card of surface. Surface is really important. It's about like thinking that you have like a bubble around you, Leo, and like only taking on things that are good for you and letting everything else just kind of roll off the surface and not be affected. So really like the energy of the surface. Good job protecting yourself and only taking on those positive things. Let's see though what other messages we have here for you. The first card that we have is the Strength card. The Strength card is one of those cards we really like to see anywhere in our readings. The Strength card is a card of self-love, unconditional love, self-respect. Honestly, this fits pretty nicely with surface. And again, protecting yourself, bringing on things that are meaningful, keeping out things that are not meaningful. A lot of self-respect and self-love kind of comes with that ability that comes with that surface. So nice card there to have. That could be love from others too, but again, a lot of the Strength card is about you doing for you. The next card that we have is the Ten of Cups. If you've watched my readings before, you know the Ten of Cups is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. It's the card of everything good. We have a nice full rainbow here, a happy couple, kids playing, the grass is green, the water is running, there's a house in the background. The Ten of Cups is really the card of everything. This is a card of family, contentment, total love and support. It's a really strong, positive, happy last few weeks. Love keeps coming up quite a bit though too, so definitely some love energy these last few weeks, Leo. And then at the bottom here we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient, very honest. This is a card of communication, a card of honesty. So also some really good energy there. But going back to self-sufficient, we were talking a lot about self-respect and self-love and that protection we have with surface. So a lot of you doing for you there. Let's go and clarify though and see what other messages we have here, Leo. The first clarifier we have is the Nine of Cups. I love to see this. The Nine of Cups literally means wishes coming true. So getting what you want. So hopefully you've been feeling that. Wishes coming true, things you've been working towards, having whatever you want. The Nine of Cups can also be a card of material abundance and a card of good health. So if you haven't been feeling good lately, this is a good shift for you. A good workout routine. So many good things with the Nine of Cups there. So love to see that. When you're taking care of yourself, good things come your way here, Leo. The next card that we have is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is a card of clarity. And it's a card of living your life's purpose. You're really on the path. You're feeling the Ten of Cups energy and you're continuing on the path where it's like everything you want, everything you wish for, that total contentment, that total love, support, and happiness that comes with the Ten of Cups. So I really like to see this energy. But some validation that you're on the right path there. And at the bottom here, we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a card of making a decision. Anytime we have two of something on a card, it's an indicator of decision. I do think you want to make some sort of decision. Perhaps you like tried to bounce ideas off of other people and you weren't able to. Again, that kind of self-sufficient energy coming through there. And you very well could have found out information, Leo, that you then had to use to make a decision. Because again, that Queen of Swords is an honesty and communication card. But it's an indicator of some decision that you made recently. Now let's move on to our second column, which is just general, what's coming for January. We have the card perspective. I always like this. This is gaining new information. This is learning. This is expanding. This is growing. Likely your perspective on something's going to change. But again, it changes because we've gained more information on something, Leo. So be aware of that. Be ready for that. One thing that's important with perspective is like, sometimes people need the reminder that it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to change your views. It's okay to change your feelings, your perspective. So if you need that validation, there you go. But let's go ahead and see what we're working with here. The first card that we have is the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. This is a card of fresh hope. It's taking chances. It's going on new paths, going on new adventures, new beginnings. I love this. Not only are we starting a new year with this being January, it seems like there's new opportunity here for you. Something big and new coming. So looking forward to learning more about that new beginning. The next card that we have is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups has a lot of meanings. This is very nostalgic. It's a card of reflection, potentially. Some of you might be looking back at 2022 and just kind of reliving and rethinking some of the events that happened. This is like this can be a card of reunions too. So people getting reunited, so potentially getting reconnected with somebody in January, Leo. Those are kind of the main messages that are jumping out at me here. And then at the bottom we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is very supportive, very tolerant, very empathetic. This is coming through as another person, not to say that you aren't these things, Leo, but this is like energy being given towards you. So I like this. There's support for you. There's somebody helping, willing to lead you. I almost just said somebody willing to tolerate you, but that's not what I mean by that, Leo. But again, that kind of sense of support, that sense of empathy, that willingness to be flexible. So I like that. Again, like I said, I just feel like somebody leaning in and really being supportive here. The next, in terms of clarifiers, we have the Six of Cups. We just talked about the Six of Cups. So again, this is that kind of reflection period. Perhaps you're looking back at what happened to guide you through this new beginning. I always like that. Or perhaps this reunion is the new beginning in itself. But definitely those are the words jumping out at us there. The next card that we have is the Death card. I always like to mention when we see the Death card that the Death card does not mean death, but it is an indicator of big changes. It's endings. It's time to move on. It's time to transform. So if we are reflecting, I think it's time to maybe move on from the past. And that's kind of a weird way to say that, but it's like we don't have to make the same mistakes again or go through the same experiences again. So it's important to understand where we came from so we know where we're going. But I do, again, feel like you're moving forward past it. Perhaps this reunion is with somebody that like hurt you or there was an issue there, and it's being able to move past those issues as well. The Death card's good though. It's like the grass is greener on the other side type energy. And at the bottom here we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of keeping and maintaining boundaries. You see here with this, it's more like a fence, not a wall, and the fence kind of, again, filters in things that we want, keeps out things we don't want. So really healthy boundaries here. Perhaps because you have set such good boundaries, that's why we like have this wonderful relationship, this supportive, tolerant, empathetic energy around us. It's like the things you want and need, but it's with the boundaries and the way that you've set it up and established the relationship. So pretty good looking January. Looking forward to that new beginning, that reunion, and that moving forward here. But let's go and take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. We do pull these cards at the top here. This is an affirmation. It says, I am financially safe and secure. I love that. In this column, though, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, anything that you associate with money here, Leo. Let's see what we're working with. The first card that we have is the Lover's card. Of course, the Lover's card is a card of love, and you're probably like, well, what the heck, we're talking about money. But there is some meaning behind this too. So I said this earlier, anytime we have two of something on a card, it does indicate a decision. So I think there definitely could be a financial or career decision that needs to be made in the month of January. This is also a card of partnership though. So there could be a new partnership kind of brewing at work. So be on the lookout for that. Could be peer, could be coworker, could be somebody in a different department, could be leader. I just think there's a really meaningful relationship there, or again, some sort of decision that needs to be made. The next card that we have is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of speed, action, quick change. I think you're going to have a pretty busy January, so just be ready for that, Leo. Work's going to kind of pick up. Things are going to be coming at a very quick pace. You could be finding out some piece of information, though. Perhaps that ties back to perspective. Could be different, but it's like you're finding out some sort of information as well here. And at the bottom, we have the Moon card. The Moon card is a card of trusting your intuition. So you see the face inside the moon there. This is kind of like curveball. It's the curve in the road that you don't see coming. So there could be something unexpected popping up in terms of career or finances this month. So just be aware of that. One thing too with the moon is like not all the information is available sometimes. So I actually like that we have the Eight of Wands, because there could be a time where it's like you don't have information, but then the Eight of Wands is saying that you are going to get that information. Let's go ahead and clarify and see what else we're working with here. The first clarifier we have is the Temperance. Temperance is a card of balance, harmony, patience. I will say there seems to be some balance and harmony coming into play. But again, I do think this is going to be a busy month for you. So maybe this is more so saying you need to make sure that you're staying balanced and you're working within moderation. Just because it's busy doesn't mean you can start working 12-hour days, 7 days a week. So make sure you're seeking balance, harmony. I will say whoever this person is with the Lovers card, that partnership too, they're kind of like acting as like a filter or a shield as well. So they're kind of trying to make sure that you're not getting overwhelmed or overworked either, which is nice. The next card that we have is the Chariot. Somebody once described the Chariot to me as the vroom vroom card, and it means there's action, there's change. It's about being on a journey. This could also be a new vehicle. So the Chariot is a new vehicle card, and since we're in the money investments column, I like to throw that out there. Possibility some of you are getting a new card, but it just seems like things are moving, and it's moving quickly with the Eight of Wands there. At the bottom here, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is one of my other favorite cards in the deck, if you haven't heard me say that before. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of good fortune. It's a card of good luck. It's a turning point. In general, this is saying good fortune, good finances coming, so I like to see this card, of course. And this curve in the road, this unexpected thing, is really like putting you on the right path. With the Wheel of Fortune, this is like the turning point that we need. So this turning point or unexpected thing that pops up is going to be really meaningful. I actually like the way those ended up pairing up together. Okay, now we're going to take a look at love. Similar to the money column, I do have a love message for you here. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love here. My goodness. Okay, first things first, we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. The Ace of Swords is new idea, new clarity. This definitely feels like new relationship though, or new energy in the relationship. So much newness happening here. The next card that we have is the Ace of Cups. So again, anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Cups, this is new baby, new relationship, new marriage, proposal. So new relationship, expanding relationship, growing family, just in general, so much newness. Wow. And then at the bottom here, we have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles can be a card of not feeling very good. So do make sure that you're taking care of your physical health going into the month of January. Like, be taking supplements, make sure you're getting a good night's sleep, washing your hands, that kind of stuff. It's just like coming through as like you could be catching a cold or like some sort of sick or illness. So be aware of that. This could also be a card of worry. It's almost like you were worried these new beginnings weren't going to happen, but there's so much love newness here. Let's see what other messages I can give you here though. The first card that we have is the Strength card. The Strength card is a card of self-love, self-respect, unconditional love. We like to see all this love type energy. I think you're entering into a new period where you're really taking care of yourself, respecting yourself, loving yourself. So that's some of the newness that we're seeing here with the Ace of Swords. But it's almost like you know what you want in terms of love now, Leo. That's a message that's coming through. It's like you know what you want. That's the clarity that you gained with the Ace of Swords. The next card that we have is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of needing to heal. I think there's something you recently did, Leo, some sort of healing that happened, and it's really opening you up to this newness now. So I'm glad you were able to do that healing. It was almost like an immediate reward towards it. Perhaps getting over a relationship, getting over a heartbreak, finalizing a divorce, processing a loss, getting over depression. But again, this new beginning is because of the healing that you were able to do. At the bottom here, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restrictions. If you look at this card, they're blindfolded, their arms are bound down, but all these swords are stuck into the ground. And it's like, this is just you. This worry just lives with you, Leo. And oftentimes that's the case. It's like the worry is something that we think up or just we have in our head. I don't think you need to worry about the newness, though. Things look really good here. So keep that in mind, but it's like only you can create the worry, only you can stop the worry. Now let's go and take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guide. So something to carry into the month of January with you. We have the card Dependability. There is going to be at some point in this month where somebody is relying on you for something, depending on you for something. So just keep that in mind. Make sure that you can deliver on whatever you commit to, because again, there is this sense of dependability coming through where people will be looking to you to deliver. But let's see what messages we've got here. And the first card that we have is the Nine of Wands. This is again a card of keeping and maintaining boundaries. Again, do not commit to something you can't do, because like you are going to be held to or like accountable for anything you commit to. So don't overcommit, don't undercommit. That's what I'm getting here is like, don't say you can do something if you can't do it, because again, people are really looking to you for you to actually complete this task this month. The next card that we have is the Tower card. The Tower card is a card of unwanted change. I always say that like A, B, C is what we planned and D, E, F is what happens. So I do think like something else is going to pop up. So again, be very careful what we commit to. Like maybe next week you're completely free and you're like, I can do this every single day. And then something comes up and you can only do it 3 days. So again, just be like careful and have boundaries about what we commit to, because it does seem like unexpected things are going to pop up here with the Tower card. And at the bottom here, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is very active, very creative. But what this is coming through is, again, I feel like things are going to get busy, or your calendar is going to fill up, or something unexpected is going to pop up. So again, just be cautious about what you commit to. The first clarifier we have here is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of celebrations. It's family, friends, reunions. We do have reunion coming back up. For those of you with the reunion, definitely make sure we have good boundaries as we go through with this new reunion. But this is, if you look at this card, it's kind of like finish line here. So again, make sure we're only committing to things that we are sure that we are going to be able to finish, Leo. The next card that we have is the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a card of worry, a card of issues. Again, making sure that we only commit to what we do. It's like something is going to pop up and then you're going to be really worried because maybe you won't be able to deliver or complete or accomplish what you wanted to accomplish. So just be aware, something could pop up this month. I don't think it's going to be an issue, assuming you don't like oversell your time or space. And at the bottom here, we have the Page of Wands. We have the Page of Wands on top of the Page of Wands. Again, this is like busy energy. Busy, busy, busy. So that's like, I guess, the message. Don't overcommit here. Okay, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1, we have the Jack of Hearts. This is number 22 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the 4 of Diamonds. This is number 27 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3 is the 2 of Diamonds. This is number 18 card. That's going to be yes. So yes, no, yes there for you, Leo. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you throughout the month of January. Apparently you need whatever this is. We have Diamond, which is good for spiritual freedom. Light, it's time to think big. It really gives you that farsightedness, that looking into the future. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your Healing Note says, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if only one remembers to turn on the light. Thank you so much, Leo, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Leo, and I hope you have the best January.